Okay, we're gonna, instead of doing a Wednesday video like we were supposed to, we're just gonna go live on here, okay? So we're gonna get started with, if you wanna use that little stool there. Okay, this is a very, like, people start screaming about us doing, painting wood. Well, it's bad, okay? It's like the veneer is off. Wonder if I can, let me get on here live and then I'll see what's showing. But anyway, is that showing it all? Mm-hmm. Like on this, like, am I able to show how bad this is?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a raised stencil pattern. We're gonna do the most layered, chippy, funky, chunky technique on this, okay? So let me get, okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just been a second, so I'm trying to see if this will show up on my Facebook or my YouTube to see what we're doing on here. I guess we could go Facebook. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. I'm going to get her going on this. So we're going to do a few leaves with raised stencil. Do we have the mixture anywhere?
What color? Just the same pink?
Let's do orange if there is.
I'll make some.
Okay, so we've just got a base coat on here right now with salt wash in it. And I had planned to cover that wood up with another color and then do like that, but let me put this on the tripod. But I kind of like the wood showing. I don't know. We're going to do so many things to this. So basically what you do, I'll show you with a little bit of this. You can just take your salt wash and you mix it into any kind of paint, even house paint. And it makes it chunky, funky, and then you put another color on top of it and it will, when you sand it back, it shows. So we got some funky chunky in there. Okay. Usually you mix this in a bowl, but we're doing it like this. See how it's like funky chunky, or you can just let the DIY paint get in the air and it thickens up. But the cool thing about DIY paint is if you don't want it thick, you just keep diluting it with water and it'll go back down. Okay. On this top part, we'll do it like hold it on this drawer. Okay. Oh yeah, it is right here. This is what salt wash looks like. I sell this and I can mill it out. These are iron orchid silicone blades. There's a set of two, one this big and one smaller. Okay. Ready? Look it in the thing. I want to pull this off and show you. Look at that. So you can do different colors and then it's just got to dry. Just add to that one a little bit, or let's see. I can do a little bit like this, just for fun, because I can here. Oh, this is our video coming out Friday. We redid recipe boxes. If you want to see how to do that, so stinking fast and easy. I have all these products as well. Okay, so she is literally just mixing up. You just pour some paint in and you just mix it up. I don't even measure. I just get it to the consistency I want. Sometimes it's thicker, sometimes it's thinner. Thicker is better. This is a really good way to camouflage a really bad surface. Even if you don't want it just for the looks, you want it to camouflage a really tough surface, is a ray stencil. Now, of course, it's never going to be the same to write on and all that stuff, but okay. Oops. And then I used some DIY Big Top, or you could use liquid patina as my gold leaf medium, and made these better because they were like that, and we made them that. Okay, so I'm going to pull this camera around and let her do some. Let's do an orange up here just to see what it looks like since we're here already on something. Let's see. Where do you want to put it? Maybe like.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Should I get another silicone?
Nah, we'll use the same one. Here, let me wipe some of this blade off. So I'm just going to take some of this blade off. Are we in the picture?
Yeah.
I'm going to wipe this back in here. Don't want to waste the goodness here. And I don't care if some of the colors, you know, blend together. We're going to do that anyway. You can painters tape this down if you want, but we're not that picky on this piece because it's going to have a lot going on, as you can already tell. Oh my goodness. Love it. Okay, let me pull that closer down to where you can see it. Oops. It's going to be so good. And then you could like brush over with a color or gold and just kind of touch that raised surface. Okay, now we'll do a few, well, we'll just do a few on the drawers. That'll be easier than showing on the side. Some of these drawers won't come out. Okay, let's see. Is it that way? Yeah. Whew. Need a little glue on that one. Okay. Now I'll take it off of here and show this. Okay, I'll show it. Her doing this one. Oh, however you want to do it. I cannot get used to not turning this camera around on StreamYard. There's probably a way to do it. I'm gonna have to figure it out because okay. Help! It's like you go left and it goes right because of how I have to hold the camera. Okay. Back onto the tripod. Are we on there yet?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. See how funky, chunky, and messed up the veneer was? I'm not going to spend 10 hours repairing this correctly. And then all the drawers are undone because it wasn't stored in climate control. So that's why I make a lot of my pieces funky junky. So I do need to wood glue that back together. But we're going to do so. And then let me show you what we're going to do. This is one of, is this a new one?
Yeah.
This is Iron Orchid, new transfer, one of the new releases. I have all these. Collage de Fleur. And look at all the, so we're going to put this on there. It's going to be so good. So feathers and flowers, boho staples. Okay, what else should we do? So now let's do, okay, now we're going to set this back over here and we're just going to start kind of painting and messing with this. Because we still have some to do there too. I think if you want to go ahead and start putting some on the side, I won't record you on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some of this and go ahead and paint like down in here where I didn't get. If you need to swivel that toward the middle. Oops. That. DIY paint loves water, so you can. And then these are our brushes. They're formulated for DIY paint, but you can use them with other paint too. But they're so micro fine, and they just you can make texture with it, or if you want a smoother finish, these are great. Okay, so let's set this down here. And that's where I'm going to get right there. So I am purposely trying to create a lot of texture. We did actually wipe this down. Sometimes I don't even, if I'm doing this kind of paint texture, I don't even clean it sometimes because Debbie, the creator of this stuff, she's like, this is clay paint. It's almost completely clay, which a lot of clay and chalk paints will say they're mostly clay. It's a lie. They'll have like 1% clay in it. This is like 90% clay. But anyway, if it's a dirty piece, it's just putting dirt back into dirt and it just works. Now, if you're doing a pristine, you don't want it chippy, which you can do with this, you got to do some prep work. But anyways, I'm wanting texture, so I'm doing like this. When you work with salt wash, I'll usually like cover it like this and then kind of go back and do like sporadic patches of peaks. And then once it's kind of dry, then I might go and kind of knock down some of those peaks so they can look a little bit more organic. You can put this paint in a sprayer. You can paint fabric, you can paint leather, you can paint velvet and use a certain technique and it will still be soft instead of crunchy. So there's ways you can do it. That's a whole nother technique, but it can work with paint. You can dye fabric with this if you want to change the tone of a material. Okay. All right, let's get this one over here. DIY paint does that. You can watercolor with it. You can do canvas painting with it. We do have a one-step paint that doesn't need sealed because this does need sealed with our wax or our top coat. But this one-step curated paint is you do not have to have a sealer, and it self-levels, so it's really, really nice if you don't want a lot of texture and you want a smoother finish. You can use this one-step as a like you can mix them together. Like a lot of times on a slick surface, I'll use DIY paint as the base, like a primer, because you don't have to have primer with either of them. And then put your one-step other color on top because you don't have to seal it. So it's really nice because the one step does go on metal, but it takes a few more coats because it's so slickety. So DIY paint will cure like Adobe rock, and it will be so sturdy and so solid. This, I think I'm going to have a venue, party venue in this building that's going to be emptied that I had rented out. They're going to leave. And so this is going to be one of the pieces that can be in there and be like the cake holder or punch holder or something like that. So it'll be kind of a boho eclectic party look. If they don't want that, then they're renting the wrong place. That's the look it's going to be. And it's going to be fun. I mean, that's what I think I'm going to make that place. We'll see. But that's what I'm envisioning this. I've seen this on Pinterest, and then they had the cake on one of these things. They had the cake on it, and then they pulled out the drawers and put bouquets of flowers. But is it bouquets or bouquets?
Both.
Okay. I'm sounding like such a hick. I got my deck commander hat on. So anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm planning for this piece. So don't give up on these pieces. This is in such bad shape. If I wanted to make it cute and use it for a plant stand on my porch in the weather and elements, do it. It's so fun. I mean, you got to like that look. You got to like the boho eclectic look, but it's going to be so good. Okay, so I got all that covered. But see these drawers, it would just take so many hours. I'm not patient enough to spend that many hours on it, but also I'm not patient enough for the people would have to pay the price for something like this. I'd rather do a quick, fun flip, and it makes it even more quirky with all the imperfect parts. Okay, let's see what Caitlin's got going on over here. Whoop, hello. So is it good enough to show some?
Yeah. The top one's rough.
If one gets really rough and doesn't show the detail because it slipped too much under the thing, just scrape it off and go again if you need to. Okay, let me take it off there. I don't know how long we'll go on this. We're in a little tight spot. She's got to go to school. Where is it at? There we go. Okay. It is really hard. We're going to have to YouTube how to turn the camera around. I can't figure out how to show it. How do I show? There we go. I just can't zero in very good. So we just sporadically put some. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Caitlin, this was hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to turn this camera around. It's too hard to film. It's like opposite and all that. But thank you for watching. We did not do a video, so we did a live for Wednesday and Fridays. I released a edited video. We're almost got the Fridays one done, and it's this. Well, she's got hers too. Where's yours at? Let me go get it. It's so cute. It's gonna be. This is so easy. We've got the one-step paint underneath it, just because I had some scraps, so I just painted it on the box. So I've got crockery one-step paint, and then I put on mine Farm Fresh, which is the most perfect greenish, sagey-ish blue. And then she did the one-step. See how smooth hers is? That is the Anvil one-step DIY paint with molds. And see, she's got recipes, and I've got Queen on mine since I have a crown on the top. And then these are so fun to make. You can do this on any kind of boxes, scrap boards. Mm-hmm. It's just so good. So this is for sale. She's taking hers home. This is for sale. If anybody wants this, let me know. And I can ship it out too. I'm selling my things like this for cheap. Okay. So you'll have to pay shipping on this, but I'm thinking I'm going to sell mine for like $12. Okay. There's $12 worth of love in here for sure. So, okay. See you guys. Look for our video Friday. We try to release it by noon on Friday. And I was doing one on Wednesdays, and it was going to be lifestyle. But I'm trying to get monetized, and the algorithms for YouTube tanks if I have lifestyle and crafts. They're not letting my videos be shown as much. So I'm going to do crafts on Wednesday and Friday, and sometimes I might add some makeup ones or something because I love makeup and all the other lifestyles. So, okay, anything else you can say?
I don't think so.
Okay, bye guys. Sorry if anybody watched this. I should send you a brownie point because it was seasick stuff trying to get this camera. I can't flip it around. So, okay, see you guys.